Hello everyone. A little early, but I thought I'd just go ahead and get logged in here so folks can start joining my live feed to my listing at 1508 Unit A here on 44th Avenue Southwest in the North Admiral neighborhood. Show you a little flyer while we're waiting for others to join us. Wanted to start on the outside of 1508 44th Avenue Southwest Unit A here in West Seattle, listed for $748. Built in 2009, has 1,480 square feet. So one of the things that I think makes this townhome so fantastic is the location. North Admiral, if you're not familiar with West Seattle, is the very northern tip of West Seattle, and it's a really quiet neighborhood, but yet so accessible to so many awesome things. We are just up the hill from the West Seattle Water Taxi, which is a passenger ferry that goes to downtown, and it's fantastic. It's about a 10-minute walk to the ferry from here. Or take your bike. You're allowed to take your bikes on the ferry. And then once you're on the ferry, it's 10 minutes. So you, from your house to downtown, can get there in 20 minutes, super fast. We're also just half a block from a major bus route. So again, walk around the corner, jump on the bus, and you are on your way to downtown. When, of course, we all return to downtown. If you love to walk or run, the other thing I love about this neighborhood is there are really so many great, I call them loops, anywhere from 3 to 5 miles. Perfect running or nice long walk to walk down the hill again where the water taxi is, and you can walk the point and walk around Alki and come up Bon Air. That's exactly 3 miles. You can walk the other way. Go down Harbor and come back up Admiral for a longer walk. It's about 4.5 to 5 miles, or a run. And then of course you can just walk up California, and there's tons of restaurants. I just had dinner last night at Pizza 22, outdoor seating. Of course there's the famous Metropolitan Market. And then someday when our theaters open, you've got a great movie theater right there as well. So just the walkability is great. And if you really love, the experience of Alki, it's great to be able to walk down there for dinner or meet some friends, social distancing, of course, but not have to worry about parking, and then just have a nice walk back up home. So again, from here to Alki, 20-25 minute walk. It's about a maybe 5-minute drive. So just so many great reasons to live here. If you like to have friends over when we can all kind of get back together again, parking is also fantastic here. Unlike many of the townhomes you find on Alki, being more of a residential area where you're not so close to the beach, parking is much easier to get. Of course, this townhome has its own parking with a 1-car garage, and then there's usually some street parking here on the street or just around the corner. So lots of flexibility, and again, just quiet life when a siren isn't going by. So our unit is in the back. There's an alley access, so all you have to do is just pull up through the alley to park, or your friends would come this way to come into your unit. One of the nice things about the access into this townhome in particular is it's nice and wide. A lot of the townhomes you'll find, like in Fremont, for example, it's so tight that you can barely get your car in and maneuver it. I have a large SUV and have no problem getting in here whatsoever. So as you probably know, with a lot of newer, hey Jessica, thanks for joining. A lot of those newer townhomes, no garage. And in fact, I've been showing some townhomes in Ballard, no parking whatsoever. So you get a nice 1-car garage, and I'll show you what that looks like here in just a sec. So good spacious entryway. My clients have this really cute bench for putting on your shoes. Bamboo flooring, concrete flooring here that's heated. And then again, a legit garage. You can easily park a car or a small SUV here, and then there's tons of storage back there as well. Such a huge perk, especially over the new ones where you don't have any parking whatsoever. The first floor has a bedroom and an attached 3/4 bath. My clients have always used it as a TV room, but you could easily fit, you know, either a queen size bed there or on this wall. So for them, it kind of is a multi-purpose, nice office space plus the TV room. And then this great 3/4 bath. So if you do have guests that come, they have this space down here all to themselves, nice and cool down here. And then a really great patio area. Nice barbecue. These beautiful maples give you privacy from the building behind. Bear with me, sorry about that. Bad Wi-Fi. Hope you're still there. I'll stay inside so my connection doesn't get lost. So then heading upstairs, I think one of the things, again, comparing this to some of the newer things you'll find, sorry about that. Sorry about the connectivity issues. You know, it's always fine when you test it, of course, and then the moment you go live. So really nice and wide. So much flexibility with the space. Most of the newer ones, aren't 1,480 square feet, but they're much more narrow. So your ability to put your furniture in place is really challenging, but not with this one. And I don't think people really realize it until they go inside. You know, photos can be sometimes deceiving, but this is actually a fairly large sofa, and you could easily put some more furniture there. There is a electric hookup behind that mirror above the fireplace if you choose to rearrange the furniture and have your TV there. My clients chose to have it. In addition to the patio downstairs, each floor above has its own deck. So just a spot, sit out here, have a glass of wine, get some fresh air. And again, these trees give you just a great privacy. Tons of cabinet space in the kitchen, lots of drawers, nice backsplash tile, quartz counter. This was kind of one of the first modern townhomes, kind of starting in 2009 and 10. You started to see them transition from the more traditional sort of craftsman style to this more modern style. And again, I just love the space that you have here. There's a small powder room, guest bathroom here, right off the kitchen. And then going to the upper level, that door there is the stackable laundry, washer, dryer. Pretty typical for a lot of the townhomes of that era. And then you have 2 bedrooms and a bath. So again, love the size of these bedrooms. They're huge. That's a king size bed, by the way. And you still have tons of space. My clients had a dresser where that picture is there, and then a really nice size closet. Each of these rooms also has a ceiling fan. And then awesome views of Magnolia, and you can kind of see the Space Needle, a little bit of downtown. So yeah, so that street there is Atlantic. So you just go down there, there's a bus stop literally kind of right around where that tree is there. Or just walk around the corner down to California, head down the hill, and the water taxi is literally at the bottom of the hill. You just cross the street and it's right there. Super easy. Nice size alley access, and again, pretty spacious balcony. Goes all the way over. There's also hookup for cable here too if you like to have a second bedroom up here. That's a double bed, but again, you know, you could easily fit a queen bed there, or if you wanted to put a bed against this wall, you could do a king size bed. This has been a kid's room for my clients. And then you have some shelving, and then a lot of space over here. So you could use this for so many things. If you didn't have kids, you could have like 2 different office setups in here. It could be a great workout. Workout room, that sort of thing on that other bedroom. So huge rooms really give you a lot of flexibility there. These are bamboo floors, and they have really held up nicely since they were built. Again, this unit is just a little over 10 years old, but you really couldn't tell. My clients have done some nice touch-up paint to try to make it as move-in ready for the next buyer as possible. That is a gas fireplace. This unit does have gas. You may not have known this, but the city of Seattle, for new construction townhomes, now is only allowing electric. So another perk if you're really into having gas ranges. So the other information about this neighborhood is that in addition to getting downtown, either via the water taxi or a bus, you can get to the West Seattle Bridge, but unfortunately, as you know, it is closed. So again, I think for people who now are working from home, can I live in West Seattle if I work downtown because of the bridge? If you work downtown, you should definitely consider West Seattle, especially this location where once things open back up again, it's so easy to get to downtown. In fact, my family also lives in this neighborhood, and we in the summer would go to soccer games and baseball games and just take the water taxi. Not even bother trying to find parking or pay for parking. Taxi, when things are back to normal, does have extended hours when there are games. So it's so fantastic to be able just to walk down the hill, jump on the water taxi, and walk a few blocks to CenturyLink. So another huge perk of living here and having that flexibility to be somewhere where you may not need to live too far, but yet be super close to everything. And again, I love the quiet part of this neighborhood. It's a really great neighborhood to walk your dog. Super friendly that way. Lots of people here have pets. This neighborhood has a few other townhomes that have done that, and it has been really successful for those owners. Again, with the parking, work it out with your neighbor there. But I think, you know, it wouldn't be too hard to be able to park a car or a small SUV in here. There's a garage door opener. My clients are avid bicyclists, and so they have that as well. One of the other cool things about this neighborhood is that it has the annual 4th of July Kids Parade. Whether you have kids or not, it's just fun to be able to And it's off of Atlantic Street, which is that street just out there. It started out as just a neighborhood thing, and then over the years, it became more and more popular. And now it's almost an all West Seattle thing. So it's just fun to bring your lawn chair out there and watch them. It's a little bit of Americana they've got the fire trucks and all of that. And the kids decorate their wagons and their bicycles and the 4th of July paraphernalia. And then they walk to Hamilton Viewpoint Park, which I realize I neglected to talk about, right down the hill. And there's games and usually like an ice cream truck, and the fire trucks are there and the kids can explore the fire trucks. And so it's just a fun part of being in this neighborhood. Unfortunately, this year we were not able to have the 4th of July parade. First time in the 23 years I've lived here. But definitely something to look forward to when that time comes. So Hamilton Viewpoint Park is also a fun park. That's about 2.5 blocks from here. So it's got an amazing viewpoint. So if you have guests who are not from the Seattle area, it's a great place just to walk to, get some great photos with the city as a backdrop. During the 4th of July festivities, you can see the Lake Union, fireworks, and so a lot of people come into the neighborhood to sit at the park to see the fireworks there. There's a couple big fields, and so people like to throw a frisbee and that kind of stuff at Hamilton Viewpoint as well. Like I said, it does have gas, so nice gas range. Most of the heating is actually radiant. So for those of these, it really does have a nice, clean quality to it. These units are pretty energy efficient when they were built, and so hopefully you won't have to spend much money on that. Honestly, it's really perfectly cool in here. It just feels nice and comfortable. Again, I think it's just because it's so well insulated. It feels really good. I'm going to take you back up to the deck so you can kind of see that one more time. So the market's been pretty crazy. Interest rates remain low, and I've talked to some of my own buyer clients about making that decision about waiting. Some of my clients wanted to wait until January to buy, but when they did the math, they realized that the rates are so good right now that it just makes sense for some of them actually to even break their lease and purchase. And so if you're still kind of on the fence wondering, most brokers are really to help you analysis to decide what's that break-even point where the cost of breaking a lease, for example, versus what you'd save with interest rates can be a significant savings. I just had a client get a 2.75 interest rates on a townhome. So amazing. We haven't seen these rates in decades. So if you're figure that out for yourself, I definitely encourage you to work with a mortgage broker who can help you put that analysis together, because it really does help aid in your affordability. Let's say maybe you thought that you were only able to afford $700,000 because the interest rates were 3.5% at the beginning of the year, and now at 2.75%, you can afford much more, and it really maybe gets you into that neighborhood that you wanted to get to, or maybe a little bit higher end home that has additional features that you wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. So it is a great time to buy if you are in a financial position to do so. I'm pausing just so you can kind of hear, quote, quote, how quiet the neighborhood is. I love going down to Alki. Like I said, I also live in this neighborhood, and 3 or 4 times a week I do the 3 to 4 mile loop. And especially in the morning, Alki is awesome, like at 7 o'clock in the morning in the summer, where you don't have a lot of tourists and a lot of other folks there. It's just super quiet and you feel like you have the whole place to yourself. One more time in the bathroom. And this bedroom. These fans work great. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video, to learn a little bit more about this great townhome. I'm going to wrap it up by just closing to show you again the flyer with some of the information on it. There's my contact information again, and just an amazing location. If you are looking for a spacious townhome with parking in a quiet neighborhood with easy access to downtown, this is your place. For anybody watching, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a text or an email. Otherwise, feel free to go online to get some additional information. Thanks so much.